Hello and welcome. This is Champagne Conversations with me, Kimberly Latisse. So y'all call me Kim, but anyway. Oh, today is it's a powerful one today, y'all. We are talking about stop stereotyping black women because we're dealing with a whole lot of it and it's killing us, like literally. Oh, this is going to be a series because I was going through all the stereotypes and, talking about them and whatnot. And I was just like, this is going to be too much. So, whew, it's going to be a whole series. This is just episode one. So, we're probably going to do about two or three because this is a lot to unpack in under an hour. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it because I really don't feel I was going to be able to do it because that's a lot. So, first, what is a stereotype? We're going to get into that right now. A stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. That what Webster say. So that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. And how we're gonna break that down is put it in layman's terms for y'all who like, oh my God, Kim, what does that mean? It means that basically what someone thinks of a particular group of people to be true. Just like, how they are stereotyping all black men to be criminals and, they don't take care of their kids and they're drug dealers and all this. They just blanket statement that stereotype over men. They do the same thing with Hispanics, with Asians, with all races and creeds. And that needs to stop. So we're going to talk about the stereotypes of the black woman because if y'all have not seen, I am a black woman. Last I checked. So let's get into it. Black women are overly independent. I'm so tired of hearing this. Oh, y'all think y'all superwoman. Y'all no, ain't no think. Y'all superwoman. Y'all don't want no man. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want that. Y'all try to take over everything. We're just trying to live. Like, seriously, we're just trying to live. We're not overly independent. Were we raised? Well, most were raised not to depend on anyone else. Yes, and that is something that we need to break as black people, teaching our girls that they don't need anybody. That's very dangerous. That's a dangerous thing because, yes, do we need somebody just to hold us by the coattails and make sure that we are right now? We can do things ourselves, but we're not overly independent. We get tired. We get very tired having to work two jobs to take care of kids, being abused. All this is what makes us overly independent because we don't have anybody who got our back. So we got to have our own. And that's a trauma response. That's not healthy. That's not a healthy response to anything. That's trauma that is making us like that. And that needs to stop. Like, yes, at times we have to be independent. That's not just with black women, that's with anybody. But just leaving us out there like, oh, she got it. She an independent black woman. She don't need nobody. That's dangerous because believe me, when we go into relationships, we don't go in there thinking, hey, this this just gonna be me. No. We go into a relationship as a relationship, me and you. And if we have children, hey, we're going to raise them together as a family. What makes us overly independent is being left, being abandoned, being abused, mistreated. But see, our overly independence does not come from just, hey, this is how you need to be. No, it comes from trauma, abuse, and years of having to do it ourselves. So we had help with that one. But that is a very dangerous stereotype because folks just think that, oh, she got it. She don't need no help. Because, she got it. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to come down with a cold. So if it seems like I'm wiping my nose, like, I'm sorry. I got hand sanitizer right over here. And plus, this is me. Anyway, I don't have corona. Stop playing with me. Black women are always combative. We're not combative by any point. We're just tired of not being heard, tired of not being understood. And it's like, me and my daughter was talking, and she was like, she was glad that she has a deeper voice. And I was like, why? And she was like, well, anybody with a light voice, don't nobody take them seriously, and people talk over them. So at times, I gotta, I have a deeper voice, and people listen to me more. And I'm like, you figuring this out, and you're a child? Yeah, it's it's out there, it's everywhere, and it's this is another stereotype that is killing us, literally. In the medical field, they think if we go in there hooping and hollering and trying to argue with the doctor and woo this, and they don't want to see us, they pass us around, and we're getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and we're dying because we're seen as overly combative. Nobody wants to deal with the black woman because, oh, she always wants to fight. No, y'all not taking us seriously. We're not being taken seriously, so therefore we have to tell you about yourself. But if you want to sit down with me and talk with me, I have no problem. But when you overtalk me and don't think that I have any type of education or that I'm just dumb, then what am I left with? Am I just going to just sit there and just let you do what you want that can potentially put me and mine in some type of danger? No, I'm going to speak up. And speaking up for myself is not being combative. It's not. You do have a light voice. You do. And that's no reason for nobody not to take you seriously. You're still speaking. And that's really sad. Exactly. What else are you supposed to do if your voice not heard? You gonna make sure that it's heard. Just listen to us. It's really not that hard. Just listen. We know what we're talking about. We know sometimes. Half the time. Majority of the time. Just hear us out. We're not combative. We're not always going somewhere looking for a fight. Like, we're having a discussion, and I raise my hand or something. Everybody was like, damn, really? Yeah. It is combative depending on the way. Yeah, speaking of manic, but some people take it as aggression, just all the way out, just aggression. And it's not. Yeah, being combative, there is a way being, if you going in there, yeah, that's combative. But if I'm speaking up and I'm telling you, what you're doing is wrong, you need to to listen to what I'm saying. That's not being combative because I'm not trying to fight you. If I'm trying to fight you, there's no talking, just hands. But yeah, I get what you were saying. But hey, we're not always combative. That is a horrible stereotype that I just can't. I just hate that. We're not. Yeah, they just think just it's just a whole umbrella thing because y'all got in contact with a few combative people that everybody's like that. No, we just want to be heard. We just want to be treated the same as everybody else. I shouldn't have to fight harder. I shouldn't have to have three times the education of everybody in the whole building, and y'all still think that I'm dumb. That it shouldn't be like that. If I have my proof, my certification, my everything else, I shouldn't have to fight harder than anyone else. That's where that they say is combative. No, um, educated. Don't do that. And here's another one that I hear all the time, and I hear this a lot from black men, and it really bothers me. Black women cannot be submissive. Now, before y'all jump down my throat, oh my God, I can't be submissive. Who it is, who it I ain't nobody slave. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Now, y'all, I don't know what kind of submissive y'all thinking about because a whole lot of women say that too. I ain't nobody's slave and I ain't nobody's mama boy and I'm not finna cook. I'm not finna do this. No, no. Being submissive is knowing when you need to step aside and let somebody else do it. Can't do everything. I'm sorry. And when it comes to a relationship, there's give and take on both ends. Everything can't be your way. It can't. And I had to learn this myself because I was had to do everything. I was bringing in the money. I was doing the cooking, doing most of the cleaning, raising the kids. And so when I got into another relationship, I'm trying to do the same thing. And he's like, hold up, slow down. You don't have to do all that. It's okay for me to do things. And I had to learn, like, I need to set my ass down. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if y'all hear this word, oh, submit, oh, I'm not nobody's slave. It's not about being no slave. It's not. It's not. And everybody's like, I always know gender roles we do. Okay, that's fine. They have to submit to some things, and you do as well. It's give and take. Everybody was like, oh, well, I want a 50-50 relationship. Sometimes it's 70-30. Sometimes it's 20-80. Sometimes it's 50-50. Y'all have to submit to each other, and black women can do that. They can do that. It's just learning that you don't have to do everything when you're in a relationship. It's okay to cook for your partner. It's okay to clean. You're not cleaning for your partner, you're cleaning for yourself. Who wants to be in a nasty house? So you sitting around in a nasty house because you don't want to be submissive and clean up. So now you got roaches and rats. You living in Joe's apartment because you don't want to be submissive because you don't want to be a slave. It's not about that. It's about stepping to the side and let somebody else have it. Shit. I'll be tired. I'm tired. I would love somebody to step in and be like, you know what, Kim? I got it. I'm gonna go sit my yellow ass down because they got it. I'm putting my trust in you that you have it. That's not being submissive. That's trusting that person to get things done. And as black women, we have a lot of trust issues that is keeping us from being submissive in a relationship because I they think they got I got this. I got to do it. Come on, you don't have to do it all the time. It does. For some reason, that word is scary to women. Like for some reason, they think that we're supposed to, walk around in French maid outfits and cook and clean and mop and wash windows and all this other. No, you don't have to do that. It's allowing yourself to trust someone else that they will be a person of their word, that they will do right by you. There's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. And a lot of people see the word submissive and they just lock up like it's something bad. It's not bad at all. Was I had to learn. I had to learn it because, baby, they said to sit me down. Like, look, I ain't so and so and so and so. You don't have to do all that. If I'm hungry, I'll go in the kitchen to fix up myself. If there's paper on the floor, I'll pick it up myself. Like, you have to trust that what I say will be done because I went years without trusting. I could everything. I had to do everything. I had to cook. I had to do everything. Get up, go to work. I had to do everything. So being able to like, it was good. Also, something that works for me too. Rather be something like big bills or something like small. I help her with her or dinner or driving. Don't be talking about me. But okay, I'm getting better. But yeah, it's some people out here not worth it. But you don't need to put yourself into a situation like that. That goes back to my previous podcast. Don't put yourself in a situation where you know you're not gonna be happy. If you know that this person is just a jackass and not gonna do right, and all they there is because they sex is good, then call a spade what it is, a spade. Don't move that person in. Don't have a relationship with that person. Just call them after midnight when you need to get knocked off and send them back on their way. Like, I mean, real talk. We are talking about an actual relationship. You're pouring into that person is pouring into you. Don't submit to the somebody with 12 baby mamas and they not worth a damn. Why put yourself through that problem? And that's another show though. Go get on that. Let me see this comment. That is another topic. And yes, there is two different submissions. But we're not on that today. Let me get my water. For those who know I'm doing a water thing. I kind of failed yesterday, so I'm still drinking my water. But I'm drinking small meals because I almost passed out last night. Had the shakes and everything. So I did a day and a half. So I almost died, but okay. Another one. Black women aren't supportive. We are very supportive. And if this election has not taught you anything, when we come for your neck, we get it. Yeah, we are very supportive. Everybody that supports me is a black woman. And I don't know where this came from. I don't know where this came from. This is not in my lifestyle. I don't know. Hey. Oh, baby, you to roll up on some stuff. We're talking about stop stereotyping black women. And this is going to be basically a series. This is episode 1 because as me and my daughter were talking about it, more and more and more and more stereotypes was coming up, and I was just like, yeah, we're gonna need some more time because trying to put that under an hour was not gonna work. Yes, you did, girl. I almost died. I was sitting on the couch shaking like somebody poured ice water on me. Dex was like, this end right now. And he went and made me one of my burritos. So yeah, it ain't word. But hey, girl, we gonna go over a little bit what we done talked about. Black women are overly independent. No, we are not. Are we put into situations where we have to be independent? Yes. And being overly independent is a trauma response because that is all that we know because we had to basically do it ourselves. Black women are always combative. No, we are not. We just want to be heard and understood like everyone else. And there's different forms of being combative. Trying to get your point across and want to be heard is not nuck if you buck. Everybody's not nuck if you buck. Black women can be submissive. Yes, we can. The word submissive is taken out of context because some people think that being submissive means that you are a slave. You stay at home, you cook, you clean, you take care of the kids, you wipe the dog's ass, and you do all of these things, and it is not. Being submissive is trusting that that person will do what they do and they are supposed to do it and respect for each other. And then we got to talking about submission sexually, but I said that's a whole other story. That's for the grown folks. We're going to talk about that later. And black women are supportive. Black women are actually very supportive of each other and for everybody else. Like, what? We step in, we help everybody. It don't mean it's nothing to us. It's nothing. We are protectors. We are supportive. I don't know where this came from, but I know I've heard a lot of people say it. But in my life, everybody who has been supportive and been helping has been black women. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's some women out there that ain't worth a damn. But we talk about the ones that are worth a damn. There's some women out there that, they're toxic. And that's something that they need to deal with. And just like I tell the ladies, the fellas, you see this woman is toxic. She running around here. Her kids got B2Bs and she got 72-inch Yaki Peruvian. She worried about MK bags and her kids walking around here in granimals and they toe up and too small. Why be in a relationship with them? You know they're not worth a damn. That's toxic. You walking into a toxic environment. Sometimes when somebody say you got to read the room, sometimes you got to read people before you get into a relationship with them. I learned that because I didn't and ended up wasting a whole lot of time. So I'm like, I need to read these people from now on. Well, yeah, but women who do that, they're not worth a damn. They're not. Exactly. Baby, this thing here support everything and everybody. Baby, I ain't seen nothing she don't support. She even support my dog. And that thing crazy. So that's all I'm saying. Like people are saying black women aren't supportive. You just around the wrong black women because every time I needed something or I needed some type of support, black women was always there. Even as a child, black women were always there. Cause baby, with somebody get back in the day, everybody and their mama lived with you. You had cousins that weren't your cousins, cause your grandma took them in until they was on their feet. Baby, I got so many illegitimate cousins and illegitimate brothers because my mama took folks in. She had a boarding house. Baby, every time I went to visit my mom over sometime, it was somebody new in the house. Baby, she could clean everything else. Support. Whenever we had any type of anything, because I modeled as a child. Baby, Well, nobody but black women there supporting these little children. So I'm like, what? That's not true. We are very supportive. Like I said, there are women out there who don't give a damn. That ain't about a damn. You need to narrow your circle a little bit and start getting some people around you who are supportive, because you're giving us a bad look. I don't like that. Don't do that. I don't like that. We support it. Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with being uncomfortable. And you have to do that. Being submissive, you have to be all right with being vulnerable, being all right with not stepping in and letting somebody else do it. And a lot of women, not just black women, but we're talking about black women today, can't do that because they've been burned so much. So that word submissive scares them. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm going to be a slave and a peasant. No, it's not like that at all. Girl, you come get her. Somebody don't do your time. Girl, someone got ate up last night. Girl, that thing is something. Girl, guess the granimals, because my babies had them, baby. They was fresh to death in them pink lines and them purple orangutans or whatever the hell else they had on there. They was fly, but they fit and they was clean. I might have been raggedy, but my babies was clean. Wow. And another one. All right, this the last one for today, because this next episode is a whole series. The next episode we're gonna talk about more stereotypes that black women go through. So yeah, black women are professional. I We're very professional. We are very educated. We Black women are graduating at high numbers. We are very professional. And it bothers me that when a black woman is working or in a building, she's viewed as unprofessional, especially, and I'm gonna go ahead and go there, especially if she's a dark skinned sister. For some reason, everybody thinks she's rude and nasty and unprofessional, and that's not. No, it's like she has the less people interacting with her. She does, and it's just, it gets on my nerves. Colorism is real. It's real in every community, not just the black community, because white folks are jumping on that thing too when it comes to darker skinned black women, and that's a whole nother thing. Because a lot of people, I have heard people tell me, "Oh, you ain't got no business talking about colorism because you like." Yeah, but if I see it, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna call it out, because our dark skinned sisters are out here being treated poorly because they are viewed as being rude and nasty. I mean, you even see it on television. It's some shows I refuse to watch because, they portray the darker skinned friend as being loud and ghetto, hair all over her head, can't take her out in public. She dumb, don't know what 2 plus 2 is. I couldn't watch that because that's just magnifying a stereotype. And I was not gonna partake in that because that's not right. I'd have met a lot of dumbass light skinned women. Go ahead and say it. So exactly. Exactly. And we're sitting here with a black woman as vice president. A black woman. And people are out here demanding to prove that this woman is black. What? She's not black? I'm like, come on. But anyway, Black women are very professional. Black women are opening up businesses. They are teachers. Some are preaching. We are able to do the same thing that everyone else is doing. We are very professional in what we do. We carry ourselves very professionally. Even me as a tech, baby, I was I well am a dialysis tech, and I carry myself very professionally because we are professionals. That's our job. We do it. And plus, if I was to got this education for all this that I got to do, I'm gonna use it. And then, Lord have mercy, don't have natural hair. Oh my God. All of a sudden, you just uneducated. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's a stereotype. Exactly. Petty on Super Saiyan, but in a professional way. Surely you a miss. But just saying that black women are not professional. We are very professional. We are CEOs. We taking this thing by storm. And like saying that we're unprofessional is not why, because you're afraid. Why are you afraid? You just don't want to listen to a black woman, so therefore you're just gonna say that she's unprofessional, she doesn't know her job. Oh, I don't want to talk to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's what we go through. And it's sad. Oh, baby, we've been 31 minutes. Come on, girl. I did that. But okay, we're gonna go through the recap before the last sip because we're about to get to this last sip because I told y'all this is gonna be a series. I'm not trying to do. Yeah, it is fear. It's fear. You have to fear us. What we gonna do? We're women like everybody else, just a little bit darker, just a little bit more powerful. Come on now, let's get together. But we're gonna go through this recap. All right, this is basically what a stereotype is. Y'all go ahead and read that. It's up over there. Go ahead and read that. Familiarize yourself with that definition because that's what black women go through. We are stereotyped. We're put into a box, and we are labeled that that is what all of us are, and it's not. Black women are not overly independent. Most of us been through some shit, so therefore we got to do it ourselves. But once we're able not to, we're just like everybody else. Black women are always combative. No, we are not, because in some situations we are not taken seriously because we are black women. Being combative is not what we are. One is to be heard and wanting to be treated fairly and taken care of like everyone else is really what we want. We don't go into a situation ready to swing. We don't go into a situation wanting to argue. We don't. We really don't. So that stereotype that here going so and so and so and so, she finna act a fool. We don't want to act no fool. We just want to get whatever's done and go back home safely like everybody else. Black women can't be submissive. Yes, we can. The word submissive scares people. We're not talking about slaves and peasants cleaning up all day, cooking, cleaning like Snow White or something. No, Snow White was a white woman. Snow White is not a black woman, so we ain't got to worry about that. So anyway, we can be submissive when we trust the person that we are with to do what they're supposed to do and do what they say they're gonna do. Black women are supportive. We know that's a lie. We are very supportive. We are supportive of every person, man, woman, child. We are very supportive because that's the way we were taught. We were taught to love and nurture, and that's what we do. I mean, there are some smuts out here that's not raised right. I can't speak for the smuts. I speak for the women that I know that have been in my life. Black women are professional. We are very professional. We are taking over. We are CEOs. We are teachers. We are professors. We are very professional. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a problem. It's real. It's real. And once you are labeled a certain way, especially in I can't speak for them because my tax bracket ain't high enough. But once you have that label of being hard to work with, that follows you. And I mean, it happens even in the work community. If you are labeled combative or, you know, and somebody calls for a reference for your job, that's the first thing they're gonna say. They're gonna label you. And that's crazy. And yeah, I will say my dark skinned sisters have it so bad being labeled. And they don't even do nothing wrong. Smuts. Yes, baby. Slutty mutts. Smuts. That's a new word. Use it in a sentence. So now we are come to the end of the broadcast, which is called the last sip, where I speak on closing the show with something. Sometimes it's on topic, sometimes it's not on topic. And today this is going to actually be on topic. And it is actually something we already touched on. Colorism. I don't think colorism is ever going to stop, but I'm gonna say it needs to stop because it's so bred into us, and it's more in the black community. Yes, I'm like everybody. Oh, you ain't that you can't speak on it because you're light. I can speak on it because I see how it is affecting my sisters. I see how it's affecting my brothers, and I send love to the dark skin and chocolate men and women in our community because y'all do have it bad. Y'all got it down bad, like really bad. And that's really sad. And yes, as a black woman, yes, I've been hit with these stereotypes, but y'all get it 10 times worse. And it's not only in the white community, but in the black community as well. Because I've been told, why you act like that? Why are you trying to speak on something that you can't talk on that? Whitey, you can't say nothing about that. You don't know the pain and struggles that we have been through. But I've been through pain and struggles. And if I see that you are being mistreated, I'm gonna speak up. I done spoke up for so many dark skinned people. And I'm not trying to be no white savior, so don't take it like that. But if I call it out, I'm gonna call it out because wrong is wrong, regardless, be it in the white community or the black community. Wrong is wrong. And we need to kill that. We really, and it's running so rampantly in the black community, it's sad. It needs to stop. Everybody, we all black. I know y'all tired of hearing that. And I sympathize with y'all. I really do, because it's really nothing that y'all probably want to hear from me about this issue. But I see y'all, and I'm speaking up for y'all because it's wrong. I see what's happening. I see how y'all treat it, and I really want to slap everybody that I see doing it. But then I'll be in jail, so I can't do that. But y'all got a voice in me, and I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna let folks know when I see it. I'm gonna say something, and that's on period. Yeah, definitely need to, because it's crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. I know it was a nice little show, but the next series is episode 2 of the black stereotypes, black women stereotypes. Oh, I can't speak today. It's gonna be next week because I got so much to unpack that it's a shame. So I will see y'all next week. And if y'all are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all like this video and share it to anybody that y'all feel that needs to hear it. Because I know y'all know somebody that needs to hear it. So go ahead. You may not want to say it, so let me be your voice. Let me speak for you. You know, I ain't that rude sometimes. But anyway, thank y'all for being here. I will see y'all next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Twitch. I'll see y'all. Peace.